Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. I've got a very simple thing today. I'm just running Rupture. And the simple reason why is because I feel like running Rupture, and if I have to wait till we actually get a Rupture ID to run Rupture, it's going to take a long time at this rate. I was really hoping some of the chargy stuff would also be some Rupture, because that would be nice, but doesn't seem like that's how it's going to be. Can I get Talisman Bundle here? I can, cool, and something else better, right? Yeah. That works then. Get it for the fusion gift. Yeah, we haven't gotten a Rupture. We haven't gotten an actual Rupture ID since Dead Rabbit's boss, who isn't great. The last good Rupture ID we got was Lantern Dawn, right? And Lantern Dawn was January. So yeah, maybe, who knows, maybe some of the, purchase stuff will be Rupture. I doubt it. But I guess it could happen. I don't know. And I know technically Otis has the Rupture, has a little bit of Rupture. Her skill 3 is actually not bad for, like, ADD Spark Discharge shenanigans, I guess. But, like, it's still really sad. I was really hoping we'd get some more Rupture stuff, because, like, Rupture is a strong status effect, but it really is very simple. It doesn't have a lot, like, unique stuff to it yet, and it really could benefit from it. Spark Discharge is the biggest thing it has running for it, and there's not that much synergy going on. There's a decent bit of, like, Rupture units with decent Gloom skills, but more, like, Rupture-y Warp units would have been a great way to make that more of its own archetype. I don't know. We're just running Rupture. I should, like, clickbait this video, call it, like, has PM forgotten about Rupture or something for the bit. It's like there's, like, this one, like, thumbnail, like, what is it, has Nintendo forgotten about Mario? Just one of those statements that's so, like, absurd and such an overreaction to something simple that it's so funny. Yeah, I'll do that for this video. Has Project Moon forgotten about Rupture? Because it kind of feels like it right now, honestly. Although I guess Charge hadn't gotten anything for a while either. Charge was due something. Charge hasn't gotten anything. I guess if we're going off of what they're doing with Charge being, you know, not really anything new, then Rupture might not get anything new either. It might get more Rupture when we do get Rupture stuff. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know. I kind of would be surprised if Solemn Lament was Rupture. I was gonna say I wouldn't, but like, if Solemn Lament ended up being Rupture-y, then it would be competing with Warp Yi-Song, which would be very unfortunate. I could definitely see it being Rupture, because, like, Rupture is pretty, like, there's a weird chain of you can follow, but Rupture is fairly similar to Black Damage in a couple ways, but I don't know. Solament also is very confusing to me, because, like, is it going to be syncing? Is it, what's it gonna be? Are you gonna give another syncing ID to the guy who's got 3 syncing IDs, one of which being stupidly busted for syncing? I don't know. We'll just see. That's still a month away, though. But yeah, if they give Rupture similar treatment to their giving Charge, then it's not gonna get a lot. Hopefully we get, like, more Tremory type situations where they introduce, like, big new things to the archetypes. Or just, like, sub-types of Rupture, right? Kind of like, it's cool how, like, Bleed has Nails, which is, like, an alternate way to play Bleed, where you focus all on the N-Corp units, a little bit more count-heavy than potency-heavy, which makes it easier to maintain, and you also gain a bunch of benefits for Nails. It's cool. We're probably not getting any other N-Corp units for, like, several Cantos, at least. Maybe I'm wrong, but who knows. I don't know, it's cool. I guess we could, if our chance of getting something else with Nails is basically only if another Sinner gets a Hex Nail, which is actually fairly likely, I feel like. A lot of the Egos that we had 1 of at launch, we've got 2 of now. I think the only launch extraction Egos that we don't have duplicates for, we don't have a second Sinner who also gets the Ego at this point, is Ardor Blossom Star and Hex Nail. Because like, we've got another Lantern, we've got another Wishing Cairn, we've got another Pursuance. There's one other than I'm forgetting, isn't there? Is there? I feel like there's another launch extraction Ego that's slipping my mind right now. But I can't think of it. Just gotta go through the Sinners mentally. Oh yeah, Yasunada. We got another Yasunada, yeah. So, Ardor Blossom Star definitely do a second one, especially since we've fought Ardor Blossom Moth at this point. And Hex Nails also kind of do a second one, since just kind of by process of elimination, right? There's a couple other egos we only have, like, for a single sinner, I guess. Obviously, like, Everlasting we only have for a single sinner. What do we do it like this? Would this be funny? I think it would be. Full Gloom you. Who are you going for? Gregor. You're not Clash winning if we do it like this. We do this. This AEDD is going to mean that this guy's going to have a lot of Rupture. We don't have a lot of Rupture potency infliction, but we're having a lot of count with the AEDD, so that'll be funny. We're letting one of the tech go through and Gregor, but that's fun. Yeah. We'll see. It's very interesting, I guess, this season as well, how we're getting a third Dimension Shredder with the event, too. It makes enough sense, it's thematically fitting. But, like, we're also getting a third, Bygone Days, aren't we? Because we're getting that alongside Deviat Rodion in, like, a month and a half. Which is super interesting. Okay, missing the first grade of the Whirlwind Almanac is unfortunate, because that's the one that actually inflicts Rupture count, but that's fine. Spark Discharge means that, like, we're doing fine on Rupture count. Although our Rupture potency infliction is non-existent. We really need Battery, don't we? We'll try and aim for that second turn, or second floor, right? This guy dies anyways here. We can just Forensics and that'll definitely do the job, yeah. Cool. And then we just clash these two, do a bunch of damage. Have you clashed so that you can actually get some SP back? That'll work. Yeah. Like, what side effects are in a good spot right now? I think I can safely say Tremor's in a really solid spot, and Poison in a really solid spot. Bleed's in a kind of solid spot. Bleed's kind of missing an identity of its own right now. It's kind of a little bit too closely tied to Poise for its own good. But there's still some pretty good Bleed units out there, even without Poise stuff. Stuff like Ring and the like. We really need to clash. Your clash win chances are not great, though. We'll try that. Maybe that they're through. I don't know. I might stagger time. Well, the Burn really needs something big. Burn's in a decent spot right now. Burn's got solid units that can do a lot, but the actual Burn stats effect, very reliant on Dark Flame. It's still fairly slow even with Dark Flame. Charm is good. Rupture definitely needs more stuff. Sinking's in a pretty solid spot right now. Sinking doesn't have a lot unique to it, but it's doing fairly well. It's got, like, Echoes of the Manor, which is nice. It's got Sinking Deluge, which means it can do stupid amounts of burst damage. It's got Rhyme Shank for good infliction. It's got a lot of good 3-stars, and it's probably getting Earl King soon, who will also help out. Just in general. And yeah, Charge. I guess Charge and Rupture and Sinking are all, like, they're all solid, but they feel like they could use something big. Oh, that's my thought on it. Okay, we could go Battery, or we could go Hell's Chicken, though. Which is funnier, because we get the Chicken Breast, and then we'll be set for the rest of the run. And if we're lucky, we'll get Sand better. We're getting Thunder Range if nothing else, so we can just roll. Or we can try and fuse, Unos go 3? Sure thing. That'll work. Let's do a Rupture reroll. Battery, okay. That was kind of comedically easy. We'll grab that so it's out of the pool, and we'll just press on. Well, we gotta hope the Chicken Breast will be one of those two. We're only going 2 of the 3 events on this floor, so we might just not get it, which is fine if so. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if... I'm expecting Dawn Kanto to be burn-focused at this rate. I feel like I've been saying that for every Kanto since Kanto, like, 5. It's like, yeah, this will be the burn Kanto for sure. Not really, I didn't really say that for last Kanto. I think Sinking was kind of the obvious guess for Kanto 6, and it was fairly right. I was expecting Sinking for Kanto 5, I guess. Poise makes enough sense. Weird as it might be, but it checks out, right? I don't know, Burn could work well for Don Kanto. Because ideally, you'd have to choose a status spec that Dawn does not have a very solid ID for, and Burn fits very well. Dawn's got a decent ego for Burn, potentially, because, like, her stew is one of the few egos that actually inflicts burn count, and it's like, what, 3, 4 burn count? I mean, it's pretty nice for Burn, just a little bit of a safety net, especially when you have it upside 4, it's a mass attack, and the fact that it's only Lust means that it works well. I wouldn't be surprised if Don Kanto has, like, some Lust res type stuff. Lust is, like, the second most supported resonance, or maybe third. Because obviously, most supported is Envy, then Pride. I think Lust is third, because Lust has a lot of Vovs and stuff that have resonance, which is kind of odd. It's really just Garden of Thorns and, like, Whistles, but that's enough to make Lust res pretty worthwhile. I don't know, like, Burn Lusty type thing would make sense for Don Kanto. We'll see. We'll see what the Dawn Vov is, like, probably super late into the season. We'll probably see the Tokyo Game Show, actually. What's that, late September? I should check that. When is Tokyo Game Show 2024? Thursday, September 26th to September 29th. Okay. We're probably going to get, like, a little Limbus stream there that's going to have, like, a trailer for Kanto 7. Like what they did for last year with, like, the Kanto 5 trailer that also showed off Blind Obsession. That's probably what we'll get. And it'll probably be, like, a few weeks to a month before Don Kanto, because Don Kanto is sometime October, likely. We'll see. It's not all set in stone. A lot of ways it could go, but I think that would make enough sense. We did not get chicken breast. That's unfortunate. Question is whether or not that was chicken. Well, we don't need chicken breast. We're gonna be fine on Rupture either way. Chicken breast kind of makes it a little too easy, honestly. We're gonna get the fusion gift next floor anyways, so we're going to be set. Yeah, that's for sure. A little bit of Rupture. Cool. You can get some charge stuff too that could be nice for, like, Yusung's point. We're at the point where we have basically every important Rupture ego gift, right? Like, obviously, other stuff could be nice to have, but at this point we could probably lean into getting some chargey stuff, just to make Yusung function a little bit better. It also helps Gregor a little bit, I guess, but he doesn't need it that bad because an ADD usually does enough for him. I don't know. Right. And we kill all these guys. Easy enough. And we get to kill Wabongi now, who should be in a great spot to be just ruptured to death. We'll, like, either Blind Obsession or will Sunshower 2 to deal with the Bongies. As I like to do, it's a nice mass attack to just get them out of the picture a little bit, I suppose, and clash the forward coin attack Pop Bongi goes for, because that does quite a bit of damage. Yeah, Blind Obsession works. Because these guys, because you're sloth resistant, so Blind Obsession is probably the smarter move, yeah. Sunshower can do more damage, I'd say, usually. But when you're factoring in, like, resistances and stuff, it's the smartest choice. ADD will clash with it, yeah, cool. And we'll just try doing a bunch of damage to these, I'd say. Actually, should clash with this, though, yeah. One-siding with ADD, get the Spark Discharge. Okay, that'll work. Don't think we're going to kill the one with the hat if we do this. We don't need to kill the one with the hat immediately if we're going to be focusing on Rupture damage, though, right? Not enough Rupture count there. I guess that makes sense. Her skill 3 is... Faust skill 3 is nice for Rupture, but it kind of needs there to be decent Rupture. Faust 7 Faust isn't the best at stacking Rupture count. Heath is really, like, the big guy for that with his skill 2 especially, but I guess Dawn too. Like, everyone... I think Faust kind of has the worst, like, consistent count infliction. I think her skill 2 is count neutral, but her skill 3 is count negative. Without, like, Thunderbranch and stuff factored in, right? Even with Thunderbranch stacked in, Faust can still have some issues. That's fine. She does a lot of damage. That's the main thing with Seven Faust. She's great at execution. Chicken Bucket's staggered, so that's fairly good enough. And pop another one of these for funsies if we want to. Yeah, sure. We end up have a lot of gloom stuff this turn, that's fine. We just roll with that. We'll gain charge from attacking you as well, I guess. You know, Multi-Crack Heath is gonna have like a worse version of Spark Discharge. It's not necessarily worse, because it seems better for the charge side of things, but it doesn't have the Rupture part of it, which is my favorite part of the Spark Discharge, so... Seems a little unfortunate, but that's fine. And Blind Detection should be able to kill all three of these. Yeah, I think so. Even with the protection. They're all staggered right now, so they're going to be taking a little bit more damage. Should be pretty nice. Cool. Pop. Direct hit, and we get some SP healing since the Bongies kind of slightly drain our SP. Not by a lot, really, but just a slight bit of SP drain from... Now we get Thunder Branch. Good for Rupture. We'll just grab random Ego Gift. Might as well. Horseshoe. We could get a Nebulizer and maybe make some synergy there, I guess. I don't know. Interformance Force Field. Not a bad choice. I know, it's not really calling out to me. Yeah, nothing's really calling out to me. I'll go Nebulizer. Why not? We've got Horseshoe. You upgrade Horseshoe a little bit, pair that with Nebulizer, and then we can get Poise running on this team. There we go, so now we gain 3 Poise count each turn, which is, you know, a little bit strong. We can fuse these together, we get Enrapturing Trance, and we could upgrade this for the bit, I guess. More Rupture Potency is always nice. Otherwise, we just press on, though. Top path, that is Drifting Fox, I do believe. Okay, this gives us benefits for having charge, which we don't have a great, consistent way to build up. I'll probably have Fluid Sac on you, right? No, I've actually got Telepole, alright, because I ran an NV type thing with you. Recentishly? Was it recently? I don't remember when I did it. No, it was a charge thing, wasn't it? Oh yeah, it was. No, was it? Yeah, because Warp, right, duh. So you do have Telepole, so you could give charge to all allies, so... I guess we could use that, but you're kind of better off attacking, because all your attacks are great for Rupture. Everyone's attacks can be pretty great for Rupture now that our EU gifts are all set up, though. We just really want to hit a bunch, and then, I mean, we're good as gold. Try that. See how the Rupturing's looking after some of this. The answer's pretty good. Flashing Lure should trigger here. Yeah, look at that. Rupture. That's nice. You Flashing Lure an enemy that doesn't have any Rupture, and you're guaranteed to get, like, the count funnies going on. Even with Thunder Branch. I mean, if you had Chicken Breast, it wouldn't work, obviously, because Chicken Breast would stack Rupture count too fast, but that's because it's Chicken Breast. It should be obvious. Well, we've got some good damage going on here. If we can get Thrill, we could explode these guys pretty hard, but... I don't like getting Thrill too much, just because Thrill's too strong a lot of the times, it really feels like. It just makes all enemies explode, which can be fun, don't get me wrong. And I guess when you have got a bunch of Rupture, EU Gifts, Rupture does kind of become mindless either way, no matter how you play it. You don't really need to pay attention to count too much with the Ego Gifts. Rupture suffers a lot from that. Some status effects really... I think PM were talking about in, like, a recent, like, post of theirs where, like... Was it... Or it was in the live stream, wasn't it? They were talking about, like, the issue with Mirror Dungeons, that they make the gifts too fun. It's gonna be rough to play non-Mirror Dungeon. So they might introduce some funny things to try and work around that. And yeah, kind of, Rupture can feel that already. I enjoy building Rupture without Ego Gifts, so I think it's more fun than with Ego Gifts, but... It's also very situational, because it's really fun against bosses and stuff. Railway 3, I had a great time abusing Rupture with, like, Talisman Sinclair and stuff. That was great. Send that. What was I saying, though? Like, Burn also has that issue because, like, Glimpse of Flames is so good at bursting Burn, and there's nothing else that bursts Burn, like, outside of Railway, or outside of Mirror Dungeons, right? Like, you get Dark Flame, which can be nice. I did Burn for, like, the first section in Railway 4, which worked pretty well. Especially, like, in Railway 4. It's built in a way where Burn can actually do decently well, because Otis actually has a decent bit of time to set up Magic Bullet Fire, or set up Magic Bullets, to use a decently high weight Magic Bullet Fire. I think I kind of, like, exploded Nelly with Burn, which was nice. Always fun when that sort of thing works out. Chaigo. So true. A precise move. It sure is. We can go there. And fight more people, kill more people, rupture more people, right? Dimensional rifting them. I mean, I guess Otis's Dimension Shredder does have Dimensional Rift on it, right? I don't know, I was kind of surprised it was only a single coin. Did the animation look that single coiny? It looked pretty multi-coiny, especially like the corrosion, I feel like. I don't know. I guess it makes enough sense. Like, yeah, there's some... Yeah, charge minus X dimensional rift on the awakening and corrosion. It'll probably be up to like 5 or something. That's nice. Is it better than Ebony Stem for Rupture, though, is a good question. Because Ebony Stem passive, just making it so you can get a lot more Rupture count notice, kind of makes 7 Otis usable in Rupture. And if you're really having someone who's just here to spam Ego for Dimensional Rift, like that's what K-Corp Hong Lu does with his Dimension Shredder, really, I don't know. I guess it's cool how the new stuff is like has like gimmicks to like increase max charge count. I feel like that could have been a better way to go about like managing charge like potency and count. Make it so like potency displays like the max and count displays like the min. Although if you do that, you kind of should probably reverse them, show like a something out of something. I don't know. Charge potency is still weird. They're doing it on the new IDs too, and I don't know. I feel like they shouldn't have made it. They should just make it a unique charge thing, right? Like they've got a special type of charge that builds up, like, the potency based on how much you spend it, because they're basically functionally, like, the same type of deal, right? We can Sun Shower this. We'll stack Rupture on you. Quick Rinse doesn't work, yeah. That's true. We can ADD though, set that up for next turn. You're clashing winning, you're hitting everything, cool. That'll work. Profiling should get some decent Rupture going. Not great, but you know, some. Yeah. I guess Wrap-Up's gonna do good though. Yeah, cool. It's actually going to be low enough Rupture that Dawn's skill 2 is actually going to trigger its 3rd coin conditional for just more Rupture count, which is really nice for us. That's good. But yeah, Sun Shower. Did we hit heads? I wasn't looking. I think we hit heads, though. Yeah, that definitely looks like a heads hit with that damage. Yeah, that's cool. That's a full Sandy gain, so you don't lose any Sandy from using that. You are low enough Rupture to trigger this here, so now our Rupture count's looking good. Your random attack isn't great, but that's fine. But now we can get ADD going so that Ishmael can actually help out with her skill 2. Her skill 2 will just build up potency a bunch while staying neutral on count with Spark Discharge. It's really the only reason why I still bring LCCB Ish over someone like 7 Otis, is because, well, normally she can only skill 3. Her skill 2 becomes really usable with Spark Discharge, which is nice. Oh, that's fine, actually. I was gonna say, we're gonna be out of Spark Discharge by the time you get to attack, aren't we? I guess base. I'm not, yeah. Not, like, exactly, but, like... She's got her skill 3, so it doesn't matter. And we're just full one-siding, because, like, this guy just dies to the Rupture, yeah. Love a quick dirting fox kill, because if it survives till turn 3 and its HP is high enough to do the thing that reduces all of your sanity, it's just kind of rude. Especially if you kill it then and there, because if you kill it then and there, you don't get the chance to clash your SP up. You can just do it against normal fights without that much hassle, though. We gamble. No dice. That's unfortunate. Do we go Kim? Let's go Kim. Why not? Seems like a solid enough choice. Master's hum fills the air. It sure does. Broken blade. Interesting. Get Yusong a skill. You don't really want a Yusong skill 3 unless we can get some chargey stuff though. Actually, that's the play I think. Yusong skill 3s, and then keyword refresh charge to aim for like lightning rod or something. Flashlight that works a good little bit I guess. One more refresh. Do we get anything good for charge? No, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. It happens. We might get something random on one of these events, but it is mostly going to be stuff for the event. Red Tassel, I guess we can sell it at the end of the floor if we want to for a little bit more cash, for a little more cost, since I don't think we're fighting any Pekatula with the path we're taking. Yeah, no. So it does literally nothing for us. We've got some slash, so we've actually got a favorite slash, so this isn't bad, but you gotta get 2 heads, so 25% chance, no dice. I don't think I've ever failed that check before, huh? 20 healing. Interesting, I guess. There's always situations where stuff like a little bit of healing or a little bit of SP could make a huge difference. So it could be nice to know. It is unfortunate that they bother showing you what option gives you an ego gift, but don't bother showing you what the other option does or what failing the check does and that sort of stuff. Because it can really matter a lot. Like, one of the most insane ones is the what is it? It's the Star Luminary, which is the avenue that gives you the Tomorrow's Fortune. If you choose the option that doesn't give you the ego gift, and then is it then you fail or is it then you succeed? I don't remember. You gain +2 skill power to all skills next fight. If you get that at a good time in like a Mirror Dungeon hard, like right before a boss, that can be huge. And like there's no reason you'd ever choose that option normally because like the game doesn't indicate it. I know if you fail the check that actually gives you the ego gift, then you get a +1. But if you go for the other option entirely, you can get a +2. I think it is other option and fail, but I might be wrong. I need to check. Like, it blew my mind how there's some, like, super powerful failure, like, things. This is Jun. Might be a little rough, but we can try rupturing him to death, right? If nothing else, we'll probably rupture one of his minions to death, which will trigger him to be in bone-claiming territory. Which is not great for us, but it'll be funny, so I'm fine with it. Spines, yeah, they're neutral to blunt, that's okay. We get the Gloom res. That's good. We'll have the Before the King Binds next turn, which maybe we can benefit from, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I didn't see if Heathcliff's getting any good skills next turn, because he only had skill 1 this turn, which was kind of his issue. Even his skill 2 would be... Skill 2 is pretty decent for winning clashes, it's a single coin. Which means, you know, usually they have a decent-ish roll. Right. Dimensional Rift this guy. Pierce resist, but it doesn't matter. Cool. These guys are all defending and stuff. It's not going to make the biggest deal for them. We're not killing any of them, though, so that's decent. Because that means if you don't kill any of them, he's not guaranteed to start countering, so, yeah. Pretty good. Now we're going to kill a bunch of them, though. And you are freaking binding wrap up. Body sack. Body sack's usually the best thing before the game binds if you don't have any good skills. Although, there is actually another option if you have Before the King binds and you want to ego. Because it only works on single target attacks, right? So body sack works, but also Corroded AEDD is always single target. So you can always also do that as another option. If you have, like, Holiday, for example. Like, Holiday's a 2-target. At least at Threadsman 4. At Threadsman 3 and below, like, I'm sure there's more egos that are single target. I'm pretty sure his AEDD is single target until Threadsman 4, in case the Awakening becomes a 3-target, but the Corrosion stays single target, which is interesting. Some of the attack weight stuff is very weird. So it goes. He loses more sanity, that's fine. The sanity isn't doing great right now because of the egoing, but he's alright. Charred disc, sure, we can sell it or something. We'll just... let's try it. Who will speak? Mariachi Sinclair's got this. 40, okay. He can roll a 40. Nothing happens from this one. It feels like it's basically impossible to pass the check unless you have, like, BL Faust or something, it feels like. It's just a super high roll. I'm sure you can with other things, but, like, it's a very hard check to pass if you're not actively gonna benefit from it, I guess, right? Okay, I guess we body sack that. Body sacking means we at least gain 4 sanity. Better than nothing. Even if you're forgotten in this world, I'll get you back. He sure will. And you can get a favorite if we do it like that. It means you have to go for your weaker attack, but it's worth it. Get you to clash, get your sanity up so that you're nice and ready for Kim. Although you really don't need decent sanity if you're rupturing someone to death. It's probably going to be a 2-turn Kim, if I had to guess. Assuming all goes according to plan and we get decent rolls for, like, skills and stuff. Which should happen. Like, Isha's 2 skill 3s, which means she's a lot more consistent. Still kind of down to chance. And if Isha's faster than Gregor and she only has, like, skill 1s or skill 2s, then she's in a bad spot. But if she's got a skill 2 and she's slower than Gregor, she can at least contribute in that sense with Spark Discharge. Which is something. Either way, we press on now. We gamble. No dice. Darn, we could have gotten Bone Steak. Could really go for a Bone Steak right about now. Actually, Bone Steak could be good for this fight, huh? I don't think I've ever made that, like, correlation before, but Kim does get an annoying amount of shield if you play him poorly. We get Heath skill 3, that's nice. We can sell this without any consequences. We can sell this without any consequences. Then we can get you another skill 3. We can also heal you to max SP. And I mean, that should be good enough. I guess for the bit, I'll sell this. And I'll get Thunder Branch upgraded again. I can get Employee card too. Wrath Res now. Which doesn't make any difference whatsoever because we were using the charge conditional, not the Wrath one, but who's counting? Maybe if we're lucky or something, we could trigger a 15. We're not getting a 15 charge skill 3 off. You're not even getting a skill 3 off this fight, are you, huh? You're high speed. I'm just gonna do this for our own convenience. Because we want Faust to be able to clash. Since you've got a clash win conditional, you've got a clash win conditional. You are not likely to win a clash, so actually you should probably take one of those instead, yeah. Do this, do this. Gamble. You can ADD just because it's nice. Flashing Lure. It's kind of going to be too late for Flashing Lure to do a lot, I think. It's already going to have too much Rupture count by the time Flashing Lure goes off, most likely. Because Wrap-Up's going to be, yeah. That's fine. Flashing Lure is still good, right? I guess actually Spark Discharge doesn't count as Rupture, does it? So, is he going to be at 3 Rupture when it goes off? Oh, he might actually get the Rupture count from Dawn, huh? From Dawn's 3rd coin. So yeah, 3 count. I think this one's count neutral for the first 2 coins with Thunder Branch. So you're still going to be at 3, you're still going to be at 3, and then we get the additional No, okay, never mind. Is it 2 or below? I thought they changed it or something, so it was 3 or below. I don't know, maybe it counts it weird. Maybe it counts it after Thunder Range, but before it goes down from being hit. Which wouldn't make sense, because it goes down from being hit before getting Thunder Range. I don't know. It doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Kim is still dead this turn. He's, like, very, very dead this turn. Just go for the attacks that have more coins. Actually, I guess Everlasting would be a better move than your skill 3 here, wouldn't it? Because it's got more coins. That's a funny thing to think about. Rupture and Sinking can really make use of these funny coin egos. Or, like, you could Wing Beat, theoretically, and maybe it's not gonna matter. I'd Wing Beat if you, like, didn't have, like, a skill 3, probably, but your skill 3's got enough coins that it's gonna be about as good, probably better than the Wing Beat will be, since Wing Beat's a little bit luck reliant, but it doesn't matter. We don't even get to use Everlasting for the funny 4 coins. Everlasting's, like, at least 100 more damage than her other skill, because it's got 4 coins instead of 3, but that's fine. You did the most damage, you were first in the line. Half her team didn't take any damage whatsoever. That's the power of Rupture, baby. Give me my levels. Good stuff. 1166. And of course, as we do, we gamble. We gamble our lives away. Because it's funny. There doesn't need to be a reason beyond that, I don't think. Oh, speaking of gambling, there's the Gambler. And we get another 1-star. It's the Dawn. Scary. And finally, Warp Banner. And another 1-star. 9 shard, kind of day, Faust. That's fine, yeah. I just felt like running Rupture. Rupture is my favorite status effect. Might sound funny, but it's really fun, like, outside of Mirror Dungeons, but it's gotten nothing new for a while. Maybe Dawn Can't will be Rupture focused. She's already got Lanterns, so I feel like if she did, she'd get an ID that kind of eclipses that, which is already really strong. And Rupture count, like, scaling is very worrying, potentially, because, like, you get too many IDs with good Rupture count, and it's basically free to set it up. Sinking kind of can be like that right now. A lot of the Sinking IDs we've gotten recently are super good at maintaining count, but I don't know. Anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!